Hi, I'm Eric Stark, and we're going to go inside the huddle with Lancaster Online blogger Keith Schwagert. Going to give us the lowdown on week 2 of the LL League football. Keith, first of all, you spotlight a game each week where you're out blogging live coverage, sort of a central hub for football because you have all kinds of scores coming in and you're updating people too.
Yeah, we do live updates from one game every week. We're on there just sort of bringing the action from the field, and then we have staff members around the league and other people sending updates via Twitter. All that feeds into our chat, and it's really for the LL League. It's like one place where you can get not only the final scores but also scores from each game as the games progress. So you can kind of stay with it even if I'm not at the game you're particularly interested in. You're still getting updates from the game as it goes on. And, there's a lot of interaction with the fans and everything.
Sure.
It's just kind of a fun place to be on a Friday night.
One-stop shopping, as we said before.
Sure.
I'll probably say that all year with you. You were at Warwick Manham Central. I was at Warwick last week.
Yeah, we'll be covering the Barons again this week. And I promise this is not going to be an all Central all the time thing, but I couldn't resist this matchup. They're playing Hempfield this week at home in Mannheim. Both teams coming in with 1-0 records. This is similar to where they were last season. Hempfield won that game 17-14, and then their season imploded. They had some starters. 8 starters were among a group of kids in the team who violated a school rule and were suspended for several weeks. It pretty much quarterback here in Michael Edwards. It was his varsity debut.
Wow.
He went 7-10, 171 yards. He had an 85-yarder to Tyler Wickersham for a touchdown, and they have a good running back in Devin Washington. They had 263 rushing yards, and it's kind of surprising because they run a spread offense, no huddle. You think they're going to be throwing the ball around. They do throw it, but they got a pretty good ground game too. And very impressed with how they looked against Lampeter Strasburg. Central, they beat Warwick 33-7, which sounds like a rout, but if you were at the game like I was, they had their hands full, and it was 9-7 late in the first half. Central throws up a Hail Mary pass that gets tipped in the air, Andrew Seiverling makes a diving catch in the end zone for a touchdown, and it really, you could just feel the wind go out of the sails, not only on Warwick's sideline but in the stands. Central went on to, basically pull it open in the second half, and the score was a lot more lopsided than it actually was, at least for a half. But I liked what I saw from Central. They were bringing in 2 different quarterbacks, which is kind of interesting because their starter from last year, Colin Fry, he was a 2,100-yard passer, but he split a little bit of time, not a whole lot with his backup quarterback. Mike Williams just said he likes what he sees from both of them, and they both did about the same amount of work in the offseason, so he wanted to get some backup time for his backup. Tony Staffieri is the kid's name. Really, though, Central is going to be all about the running game this year. They have Ian Hanselman and Mark Royer in the backfield, 2 very good running backs. Their defense looked a lot better against Warwick. Warwick wanted to throw the ball a lot. They couldn't really do it too much, and their running game was completely ground to a halt. So this should be a good matchup on Friday night. I gotta lean Mannheim just because it's at home. They look really good this year. Hempfield, I think, is going to be a dark horse team in Section 1. I think they might be a little bit better than I thought they were at the start of the year. It was a very competitive game last year. This year, I'm going to give the slight nod to Mannheim because it's at home. I like the Barons here.